was a good practice. You know, tomorrow what we'll do is we have a lot of competition. First of all, we have a lot of competition with our offense and our defense, and it's really a matter of just finishing play here or there. It's real close, and I think three of the ones that three of the four came down to the very last play, and so you got to finish, and that's what happens in football games also. So the competition is good. Tomorrow we'll come out in shoulder pads. Our practice will be chopped down a little bit. And we have a big scrimmage Saturday morning, probably one of the biggest ones we have, you know, the entire year of county spring football, of getting reps and numbers in. So that's we're excited about that, and it's going to be obviously a total evaluation by position of each player, by offense, by defense, by the kicking areas, all the specialty returns, snappers, all the different things that we do, and so it's going to be a big scrimmage Saturday. So we're looking forward to it, but need a good practice tomorrow.
How many reps are you looking to get for each of the teams?
You know, I made the scrimmage. We made all the practices up in June, or excuse me, the last week of May, and I'm going to review those today. I think it's generally around 45 to 50 with your ones and twos, and so that's real important to get that done. So it's all situational. You know, you're very deep detail. So anyway, going good.
Your slot receiver position, you got different kind of athletes there. Do you have kind of a prototype in mind what you like there?
Well, I think generally guys as inside receivers, I think inside receivers have a real good, you know, they need to obviously be a block because of the point of attack, and they usually have an apex player, a player that plays inside, that plays run, band, pass. They have to do that, but also quickness-wise, you know, they're in and they're being able to maneuver and get in and out of people and utilize their quickness. So, you know, sometimes we get a little smaller guy there. Sometimes depending on your depth. You know, we got a lot of young players here, so we're kind of mixing guys in and out. So we'll kind of sort that out too. You know, so where that goes by the depth will change without a question next Monday. So, and that's okay. That'll be good. You know, for those that deserve to go up, we say keep your job, and those that go down, we say get your job done.
Will you make a decision a little earlier this year on which freshmen will play, especially at positions where the numbers maybe dictate that you're going to need some guys to play?
No, I think it's a process, and I think what happens is as we go through, and again, and this is, I'm redundant here, but this is the truth. After every practice, and we're going to do that today, we have a 12 o'clock staff meeting today. After we watch all the videos of staff, we go through every player on the board, and where he's at, where he ranks, is he going to be able to help us? Can he beat this guy out? Can we put him over here? You know, constant analysis of personnel. And we right now probably identify a couple guys that probably already we know are going to play. So it's just a matter of we just make a decision at the end. And this time, we do that as we go. And you know, there's a you know there'll be some players that'll play. And you know, I don't want to speculate on numbers wise because that's not fair or right, or we don't do it like that. But we got a really good class, and then you know a lot of depends also playing his maturity of a player. You know how well he learns. Is he physically ready to play? Is he emotionally ready to play in front of thousands of people? And then your depth. What's your depth situation? We've had players here sometimes say, boy, if we were down on our depth a little bit, that guy'd be playing in a heartbeat. But because the depth is so good, he's not. So all those factors really come into being. And I talk to the freshmen when they come in about that. First of all, I do it in their home when I visit with them in recruiting. I have a meeting with them, which I did right when they got in, about redshirts. They know exactly. And we always kind of tell them where they're at, too, on that a little bit. They don't talk about it much, but we kind of encourage them and kind of, just so that they're, working hard and, they all want to play as freshmen. Most all do. And I want them all to play. I don't want to bring a player and they want to play as freshmen.
What sort of signs do you look for out of the new guys in the scrimmage that show you that they're getting it or that they're coming along with it?
The new guys, the brand new players?
Yeah.
I think it's assignment. I think it's for people up front, the physicality to be able to play in a real physical environment. Are you ready? For those guys, for sure. If you're not physically ready to play, I don't care if you mentally got it down or what. If you don't have the size, the strength, the speed, the physicalness to play up front, then you can't play right away. And that happens a lot, and then we get some of those guys back. For perimeter people, it's a little bit different because most of them physically probably can play. Even maybe if your bench press isn't where it should be, you probably can play in the perimeter somewhere. And then it has to do with all the other things, about learning and all that other things, get all those things done. And can they learn their assignment? If you're a skilled guy, can you make plays? Can you execute the assignment? And so every position is a little bit different, but bottom line is you're getting it, and then we'll see. And it'll go down. It'll go down really for some down to our last scrimmage. So, and that's okay. It's good.
Are there any positions you'll be paying particular attention to at the scrimmage?
No, I don't know. Everybody. So, everybody. There's stuff going on all over that field. And that's kind of a fun job. I love doing this. You know, I like doing it. You know, I'd like to get all your players back, so you don't have to make any decisions. That might be good too. But that's and so in different years, you know, present different challenges based on attrition or injuries. You know, Harold Brantley, you know, he's gone. All of a sudden, that whole thing has changed. Yeah. But that's what we do, and that's what we try to do a good job of. And the reason we analyze every day about it, so that we're on top of it, and we it's very, you know, everything's thought out very thoroughly, and you know, those decisions generally have been very, very good decisions.
Is the plan for Marquise Doherty to also play baseball still, or is that changed? Yeah,
no. He's going to play baseball, and we're going to work through that in the spring. But we'll work something out.
So you guys haven't sat down to work out that schedule yet?
Yeah, there's kind of a similar schedule, a small schedule, but not one that's stamped. Okay. It's football season now, though. So. Just too much, you know, from our standpoint.
Has there been any thought of putting any of the walk-ons on scholarship, or do you guys have any space to do that? Or?
Well, I don't talk about our numbers, but we always, if we have 1 or 2 or 3 left, I always try to put somebody on scholarship. You know, we've had a couple guys last year that were on that are going to probably stay on. So you know, I always try to take care of our walk-ons. And generally, they're 1-year contract scholarships, and it doesn't mean they're going to get it the next year. But we you know, when I first got here, we couldn't get any walk-ons here, you know, for many reasons. One, we weren't very good, and you know, now we will carry about 26 players, and we could carry 150 players. But numbers-wise, we can't do that. Our locker room's not big enough, and that's manageable. But and you know, so many of those kids are kids that are from the state of Missouri that always wanted the opportunity to play Missouri football. And I see these guys, and you know, I love these guys. You know, they're here. They're now, and around here, you're treated like everybody else. So your captain doesn't walk down the hallway and he's treated better than a walk-on. We don't do that around here. Everybody's treated the same, all the time. I have a little shorter leash, for lack of a better term, for guys getting in trouble. They're walk-ons, you know, because the commitments are a little bit different from that standpoint. You know, sign, talk to their parents. So the walk-ons are a very, very important part of our program, and we get guys that play for us. We get guys playing in the NFL for us. So it's been really, really good plus for us. And we almost can look at the guys now, and we can be selective in who we bring in now. And it's good stuff. But for that kid that always wanted to play at Mizzou, you know, he's got a chance to do it, and it's pretty cool.
So would you say walk-ons are held to a higher standard then?
No. What I'm saying is disciplinary issues when we bring a walk-in. I don't want a lot of discipline problems with a walk-on. I got enough problems as there is. Okay, so I don't. We expect you. It's almost zero. It's almost a little bit of a zero tolerance.
Does the experience of having a bit more of a run-heavy offense last year help a little bit going into this season with some question marks to the receiver?
I don't know. You still want to be what you want to be. You want to be a team that does well in both, in run and in pass, both. Okay, that's what you want, and that's what we work hard to do. And you know, the better you are at both, the better offense you're going to have. So, you know, we just. I think we've done a good job, you know, last year in offense and defense, and we work on it a lot more and strategically do a better job, I think, in the fourth quarter, you know, using the clock and being smart about how we do games. I think we've done a better job of that, but we'll see.